I miss you too, Ebony. Hi, Lex. Hey, PYT. Hi, Amber. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Tasha. Hi, Princess. Hello, Shanice. Hey, Teal. Hey, Boo. Teal and Boo the Voice are my newest babes. Hi, James. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Allison. Hey, Mia. Hey, Janae. Hey, Jeanette. Yes. She said, we love it here. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hello, guys.
This is a special security announcement. Please maintain control of your personal belongings at all times. Unattended baggage is subject to search, inspection, damage, and removal. Do not accept items or packages from unknown individuals. Unattended vehicles may be ticketed and towed.
So, I obviously won't be here long because I gotta go. But I did want to get on here and just let you guys know we didn't have our PD Society Circle. The PD Society Circle is done. It's over with. We're moving into the treehouse. So once you guys go to the website, you'll see that it no longer says PD Society Circle, but it says the treehouse because we're going to the treehouse. All right, we are elevating on to the next level. And I know you guys are like, wow, that sounds so whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't care how it sounds to you. I'm going to do what he tells me to do. So, so that's that. So yeah, it will be the treehouse, and I'll give you more, guys, a little more about that tomorrow, and on our New Year's word because the New Year's word is coming up. So we'll learn all about the treehouse then. But I did miss you guys today for my PD Society Circle crew. But I really came here today just to give you guys an idea of what we got going on. 1 second. Sorry, guys. 1 second.
What are you looking for?
But how's everyone feeling today? How was you guys' holiday weekend? Yeah, I'm not gonna have y'all here long at all because I kind of want to get this word out and get I want to get this word out and you know get on our merry way. Okay. So, thank you for your patience. So basically, what he was telling me was that there are going to be doors that are opening really, really quickly, and doors that are closing really fast. And a lot of, people, especially the kingdom spouses, and Father God, just cover this word in the blood of Jesus Christ from any monitoring spirits, any thoughts, any wickedness that's not of you. Just cover us here at Prophetic Diary. But God was just basically telling me that there is a lot of people, it's a lot of spouses that have been like kind of walking in disobedience, and they're walking in disobedience, They kind of been telling God like how they want things to go. Like they've been telling him, how they want things to go, and not really caring about what he had been telling them to do all of this time. So let's say he's been telling them like, hey, you need to get home, or hey, you need to, do X, Y, Z. They've kind of just been like doing their own thing. So basically, like, this is like for the people that have been kind of like trying to figure out exactly, what was been going on, because he was just revealing to me too that a lot of you guys are like kind of thinking about like, giving up and wondering like, is it over with? But it's because a lot of it has come from like the disobedience. So like I was saying, a lot of them,
You want to buy something real quick?
yeah,
You want me to bring him?
no. So what happened was a lot of them were like, he was telling them like, okay, this is what you're gonna do for Christmas. This is where you're gonna go for Christmas. And they basically said like, no, I'm not, gonna do that. I'm gonna kind of like do my own thing or whatever. So they chose to like do that. And with them choosing to like do their own thing, they pretty much got their heart's desires. They pretty much got exactly what they wanted. So let me give you an example. So let's say it was a situation where he was like, um, I want you to, I'll use Amber as example. Let's say he said to Amber's spouse, like, hey, I really want you to, reconcile. Let's say it was Thanksgiving. Around Thanksgiving, he gave him the word like, hey, I really need you to get home. I need you to make up with Amber because I want you to be with her. I want you to be with her for Christmas. So let's say he didn't do that, right? A lot of them have their hearts and their minds kind of set on the things that they want to do or whatever. So he's like, hey, I want you to go home with Amber. So let's say that individual just, was so set on like their own, heart's desires and the things that they wanted to do. So with his own heart's desires, he decided that he wasn't going to do that because, like I said, they have their own heart's desires. They have the things that they've been kind of stuck on for years. They have their friends, they have their relationships, they have, these fake family members, these, fake counterfeit of people, that they know. So he doesn't do it. So he allowed her spouse to get exactly what he wanted. That's what he wanted. But he was thinking that, this is just a word that the Lord gave me. I don't know if it's for everyone. If it is, that's great. But so basically he didn't do that. He did exactly, what he wanted to do. So in like past years, like in past years, it may have been like a comfort zone for them this was, something that he was comfortable with. So God's like, you know what? You don't have this beautiful experience. I've worked with you. I've talked with you over the summer. I told you this. And guys, excuse me, I look crazy. I'm traveling right now, but whatever. Y'all know I look good. But, so he was like, you know, for years, this has been working for you, but this year they have encountered you, right? Maybe he was with her. Oh, I mean, maybe God was talking to him all summer about him, and he's growing and maturing and this and that and the third. And then there's like this reprobate mind that he kind of walked into, and he's like, basically like, I'm just, hey, I don't know exactly what the reprobate mind, the thoughts that was coming through his head that gave him such a peace to continue to do what he wanted to do. But with that is where the disobedience came in and kind of just did what he wanted to do. So that leaves Amber in a place of feeling like weary, feeling tired, feeling like, okay, well, am I hearing right? Am I hearing correctly? Or am I just kind of losing my mind here? So with that being said, he gave me this, and he also reminded me too of just the amount of regret. So he said that old cycles of delay are closing really, really quickly, because in sitting around those friends and sitting around those people and getting his heart's desire, so he think getting his way, it's like, you know what, it's played out now. And just, he, and spending so much time with God, that he grew so much, right? So he's grown so much. So going back to those old cycles and getting these family members and getting these people and getting these counterfeits and getting his way, quote unquote, it left him, with a deficit, feeling he doesn't feel, whatever, because one thing about God is he's very efficient. So he knows, what you need. So if he's telling you to go home and be with her and you choose not to go home and be with her, then you're going to be feeling like you're out of alignment, because you are out of alignment, right? Like if he tell you to do something, you just be like, your life is gonna feel off. Thank you for everyone liking the video as well. So, the old cycles of delay, those seasons where things were being dragged and kind of lingered on, is outdated. It's outdated. The roles that they play in these friends people life, the versions that of them that avoided responsibility and clarity and leadership. Like they've avoided responsibility, they've avoided leadership. They've been evicted from these old places, right? So there's no forwarding address, brother. There's one way. So they feel something, but those days that they say, oh, I feel something, but I'm not gonna move. Thank you, Vicky. I feel something, but I'm not gonna move. They have been feeling something for a long time. And just simply, I'm talking kingdom marriage today, guys, if you didn't know. But I'm gonna be out of here in about 10 minutes, so just stick with me. So those days of I feel something, but I won't move, that's expiring like old milk. Someone say like old milk. Okay, it's like old milk that's been left out too long. These relationships are like old milk, hallelujah. It's like old milk that has been spoiled. So those doors aren't closing slowly. They're closing very, very, very fast. And this holiday and this Christmas, that's why I didn't release no Christmas miracles words. And I know y'all was waiting for me to say, oh, they'll be home, for Christmas and stuff. I don't do that because I know that's not where the flow was here. So I'm never going to feed y'all no whatever. I know y'all sometimes keep seeing 25, 25. Some of y'all was trying to pump me up. Like, you can't pump me up to give no sugary word to make you feel better. I'm going to give you the word that he gave me. I'm going to give you the portion size that he gave me. You chew on it. You like the word, you don't. You don't got to stand. You don't got to believe. You don't got to wait on these men. You can go do whatever you want to do or whatever. But I'm giving you the word, exactly how he gave it to me. You don't have to do anything. You're not forcing. You all have free will. Do whatever you want to do. I'm going to just give the words how he give me the words. And whoever want to listen can listen. You can mope, you can cry, you can plan, you can compare yourself to other people. This one got engaged on Christmas. This one's gonna do you. You know what I'm saying? Here, I get a word. I stand by the word, and I don't care what nobody has to say about it. I'm gonna do what he told me to do out of obedience. In my life, I don't move without him. I don't make business decisions without him. I don't have friendships without him. Everything is controlled by God here. So y'all go do whatever you feel like you need to do. If you frustrated, do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? But I'm here to get a word. So moving on. So those outdated relationships, that's like spoiled milk, right? That's done. And then there that emotional access without alignment. Them trying to access parts of you and lingering around and asking about you and hanging out at spots, hoping that you walk in, hoping that you hoping that you watch their stories on Facebook, hoping that you watch their stories on Instagram, those days, those are so over, you know. Either, they can feel something, but they need to move on it. Enough for like feeling something, but not moving on it. Like, those doors aren't closing slowly, honey. Okay. He said it ain't gonna be no nostalgia. Nostalgia. It's not gonna be none. It ain't gonna be no nostalgia in 2026. No one's bringing that. Ooh, what's gonna happen in 2026? No one's bringing that. This holiday season was real loud. This Christmas was real loud. All right, loud. Why? Because of your absence. It was loud in the spirit. Maybe your family couldn't feel it, but you did. So, no, 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 no. Family, absence, memory, reflection. They was reflecting on their avoiding lives. No. They was comparing you guys' relationship to their family's relationship, and if I was with her, I would have been so happy, and she would have got me these beautiful gifts, and she would have got me this, and she would have got me that. And God was highlighting to them, this is what you almost lost. This is what. How you doing? He's friendly. Yeah, very. Blades has company. He's a sucker for a rub. Yeah. Yeah. So this holiday, this Christmas, this holiday season was, a lot of comparisons going on, and exposed their regret, that they've been running. They've been trying to outrun regret. You can't outrun regret. Like, they can't outrun the regret of losing you. They can't outrun it. They've been trying to outrun, the calling, the responsibility. They're not gonna get far. They're just not. And all these narratives around, what you've been thinking, maybe they've been doing this, or maybe they're up to this, and maybe they're up to that, and maybe they're this. Even some of us have to stop doing that. Like, why are you trying to play out scenarios of possibly what they could be doing, or where they're at, or what they're up to? You have absolutely nothing, right? At the end of the day, we just know that whatever is going on over there is very intense, and it's very quiet, and it's very heavy, and it's sudden pressure. I'm sure that it comes, and it makes their decisions inevitable. It makes the decisions like it's so heavy. You don't have to sit around in 2026 and have nostalgia and worry about these things, because the pressure is going to make that decision so, like, they have to do it. So why would you go into a new year, with the same mindset of tiredness and weariness and so focused and laser focused on this and laser focused on that, when you can just simply just get ready and prepare to go into the new year? I don't want to be tied down by people that's, feeling hopeless, or you feeling sad or down. Like, get over it. Like you have to get over it. Like, get over your outcomes. Get over, it's taking too long. So what? Well, it shouldn't take all of that. Well, it does. So what are you going to do about it? Like, get over yourself at this point. you know, you can be tempted to go back. You can be tempted to go back. But there's really nothing to go back to because he just said he's closing doors very quickly. So, and why? Well, why is God closing the door so quickly? Because if you don't, close the doors quickly, then Satan can run in behind you. You know, you gotta shut doors quickly because you gotta shut them. Because if you don't shut them, you're gonna be tempted to go back. And why is he shutting doors on them with these fake people and these counterfeits that they're hanging around? And these counterfeit families, some of them got whole families that they think are their family, but he's closing the door really quickly. And because he has to protect the momentum, he has to take care of you, he has to do this, he has to do that. People are so weird. To like protect the momentum. Okay. So I had a dream. And it was this really, really nice car, and it has some scratches on it. And the individual was like, "Oh, I'm thinking about, trading my car in because it has so many scratches on it." And the individual was like, "Well, you know what? Honestly, it's a really good car. I'm not going to trade it in. I'll just, there's so much time, there's so much process, there's so much growth." So when you're looking at these situations and a lot of you are like, "Oh, I just want to turn it in, or I just want to get rid of it, or I just want to give up, or, oh, I'm tired of Tyneek saying this, or I'm tired of Tyneek saying that." I don't care what you're tired of me saying. First of all, you ain't got to watch the videos, the lives, or nothing. I don't care how you feel about, well, why is it taking so long, and why it ain't show up yet, and this and that and that. I'm not here to people please. I'm not here to kiss nobody's butt. If you don't like process, if you don't like God's time, and you don't like growth, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't know. But in the dream, it's like, why would you trade in something, a really nice car, just because it got a few scratches and a few dents? Like, the scratches, the wear and the tear is just coming from the process. That's what those scratches represent in that dream. It was the process. It was the growth. It was real life stuff happening. Like, you don't like the scratches. You don't like the discouragement. You don't like the time. You don't like the process. Like, you don't like this. So I'll just trade it in. It's a bunch of weak people. Like, I'm just being honest. A bunch of weak Christians that just want to trade everything in so quickly. I don't like it. I'm going to take a break from YouTube. Bye. Take a break from YouTube. We don't care. Always threatening to take a break. I'm going to leave PD. Bye. And we don't care. You'll be replaced in 2 days. Well, I don't know why it's taking so long. So people don't like process. They don't like the scratches on the car. But why would you trade in something solid because it's been through something? Why would you just let a relationship go? Why would you just stop with the idea because it's taking too long? Like, you know what I mean? Because, in 2026, God is promising us acceleration and clarity, and he's restoring us. So you're about to give up right now. You're about to give up, This guy is so weird. So why would you do that? Why is he like, listen to me? People are so
Attention members of the military.
like, I don't get it. Monitoring spirits. Monitoring spirits, right? They real. People don't believe in monitoring spirits. They're out there. And they're everywhere. I got one right here. He got closer and closer and closer. Yeah. People don't believe in monitoring spirits. They're everywhere. So, there's that. Oh, this is real quick. Okay. I'm just gonna walk over here because it's monitoring spirits. Oh my God. So he was far away, and then he came closer and closer and closer to the point he stood next to me just to listen. People don't believe in monitoring spirits, but I do. So, anyways, because in 2026, God is giving us restored alignment and upgrading our stewardship. So, God is upgrading our stewardship. So you might want to give up now, and you might want to walk away, and I'm just frustrated. I'm tired of being single, and this and this and that, and that's fine. But the real ones, the people that can withstand the storms, like you got to be able to withstand. Like if you give up every time it get hard, you're never going to elevate to the next level. You're never going to grow. You're never going to upgrade if you give up so quickly. You know, and the only way you're tired is if you're standing wrong. If you're tired and you want to give up and you want to walk away, it's because you're standing for a man. You're not standing for the promise. You're not standing for God's alignment. You're standing for the man. You're standing for the individual. And what you got to understand is that you're not standing for the individual. You're not standing for the man. You're standing for the kingdom marriage. He chose this person. So it's not about the person. He just happened to choose this person for you. He just chose it. So once you get that in your head, and if this person don't want it, then God will switch the characters. But until he do that, you know, y'all gotta take it to the next level. Like for real. Like we gotta take it to the next level. You know what I mean? God is trying to upgrade your stewardship. So the people who hesitated to handle the blessings are either stepping up or stepping aside. And that's how I feel about PD. Either you step up or you step aside. No one wants to hear the same complaints, the same things, the same whatever anymore, right? You got to step up or step aside. We don't want to hear the same complaints. We don't want to hang around Christians that still don't do the basic things, okay? You still worried about money. You still talking about, oh, this costs too much. We don't want nobody to hang. I want nobody around me in 2026 that say anything costs too much. Either you got it or go get it. Either you got it or go get it. We don't want that. If you think it's too much or you think it's something like that, just step aside and get out the way for somebody that wants it and believes in it and trusts it and don't want to miss the boat. So here's it. So with these men, it's about movement. In 2026, we're not convincing here, right? I'm already in 2026. God already told me I was way ahead of the clock. God already told me I'm in spring 2026. He already told me that. I'm just trying to get people to catch up with me. I haven't released my New Year's word. But what am I trying to say? We're not convincing. I'm not convincing anyone this year. So I'm about to get out of here, but I'm saying what I wanted to say is that you're not losing anything of value by standing or waiting or believing and trusting God. You're not losing anything of value. You're not losing anything. Well, I'm getting old. No, you're not. He'll restore to you the years the locusts are eating. Your leaves are forever green. Well, I'm wasting time. I could be with other men. Other men what? Other men that ain't been processed? Oh, well, I want to trade the car in. Well, guess what? You can trade the car in, but you don't even got enough money for a new down payment. Okay, you're not even ready for a new man. So you might as well wait. Because if you want to get another man, he got to be a man that's processed. Well, I'm just going to trade this car in. Okay, trade it in. Trade it in and get another one with more high mileage on it. So all this big dog talk and all of that, it has to come to an end because you're not losing anything of value. You're not losing what can't go where you're going. It's just that this version of these men can't go where you're going. And this version of yourself, well, we've already done the work here, so I'm really not worried about that. But even with that being said, it's like, you know, what can't go? And they know that these fake counterfeits, they know that their attitudes, they know that their weirdness, they know all of this stuff. They know that it can't go with you. You're not thinking about them. The whole thing is what we're saying to these men and to these situations, and why God sent me here tonight to just clear the air real quick, is that you're not losing anything about them. You know, and if it feels fast, it's because grace is speeding up things. Grace is speeding up things. Grace is speeding things up. Okay. Because why is grace speeding things up? Why is God waiting to speed things up? You want some good news? You want some good news? The reason why he's speeding things up because he can trust you. He's trust you. I've been telling y'all this all along. He's waiting on us. He has been waiting on us. You're like, I'm waiting for my man to catch up. No, your man is in good hands. He's fine. You need to make sure that you are ready. So now that he trusts you, he can speed things up. And you think God isn't tired of watching you wait in a doorway? that he already told you to walk through? You think he's not tired of watching these men stand in the doorway that he already told them to walk through? So buckle up, put your seatbelt on, because the cockpit doors are closing. The engine is running. Okay? So don't trade in your promise for, I'm tired. Don't trade in your promise for, why it takes so long. Don't trade in your promise for comparisons. Oh, this person, now who cares what other people is doing? I'm not other people, and I'm what I wait on and what I believe God for is bigger than what other people be on. I don't, these little minute little thingies that people be getting, these blessings that they be getting, you reap what you sow. You sow sparingly, you reap sparingly. You sow abundantly, you reap abundantly. Somebody say, I have some big seeds in the ground. Somebody say, I got more than just a little apple tree in the ground. Someone say, yeah, your little apple tree, your marriage grew in, your little apple tree grew in. But honey, I got a whole forest. I have a whole forest, a whole garden of Eden growing in. I have a whole garden of Eden growing in. So don't compare your fruits to other people's fruits. Celebrate people and their fruits. Ain't nobody worried about that. You weak. Because I'm telling you, some of y'all still standing for a man. If you still standing for a man, you're going to be weak. I promise you, because your life is dependent. Your joy is dependent on a man, and that's some of y'all problems. And you're not ready, and he don't trust you, so this word ain't even for you. This word is for the people that he can honestly trust. This is for the people that are ready and prepared and have been waiting in a doorway for God to give them the go, for them to walk through. So you got to wake up, grow up, or step aside. All right, we got to level up and go into 2026, not trying to convince ourselves or anyone else. It's already written, it's already said. This is God's process, God's timing. God will release it when he see you're ready and they're ready. Okay, and then once it comes, you got to get it, steward it, and keep it. So that's why a lot of us been going through this process, so that when you get it, you can steward it and you can keep it. So there's that. So don't be getting tired. And I don't even know. Maybe it's PD. Maybe it is. Maybe it is PD. Maybe you do need to leave. Maybe you do. Maybe it is PD. Right. Blame us. You don't blame everybody but yourself. You don't blame everybody but yourself. Just say you weak, honey. Just say you weak. Just say you weak, please. You weak. You're weak. It ain't me, honey. I'm good. I'm good. I don't trip over half this stuff. I'm absolutely fine. Someone say I have other stuff to focus on. That's your main focus, not mine. So I'm not waking up frustrated. I'm not waking up aggravated and all of that stuff. Someone say no. So, you know. Still ain't going. Somebody say, get these weak people all my life. I'm gonna trade it in. I'm gonna trade it in. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And someone say, I'm not losing anything of value. So on Christmas, they had like this sudden awareness, you know, who they mishandled and what they lost. Someone say the nostalgia is gone. There's a reckoning here. And that reckoning in their soul and in their spirit is making them so uncomfortable. And what used to work emotionally ain't working no more. Them distractions, that avoidance, that pride, And no, they like, I can't talk my way around this anymore. They're like, I can't talk my way around this anymore. They're like, no. They are so tired of pretending. That was another thing God told me, like, they are so tired of pretending in these fake facades. And it's so funny because I was with my family, and we had this one family member, and he ran off. He ran off like 5 years ago. And he just really picked up a lifestyle that we all was like, boy, who raised you? And it was so funny because he went through so many things, and we were just like, oh, this is going to bring him home. This is going to bring him home, because he was a prodigal. And so many things would happen. He still wouldn't come home. I was sitting on my grandmother's couch, and she got a phone call. And he said to her, he said, can you please come pick me up? And she said, why? What happened? And he said, I just got out of the hospital. He said, things are terrible for me. And he was sick in his body, and he had broken his arm. It was just like crazy stuff. And we were like, okay, we'll come get you. We'll come get you. My family's a non-judgmental. My family don't got it. They're just beautiful people. And so, we all said we're going to go pick him up. And when we get here, we're not going to say anything. We're just going to let him come in. He's been gone for years. We're just going to let him come in and just leave the brother alone. So he came, and we all was quiet. Nobody questioned him. No one said, where you been? What are you doing? We told you so. We didn't do that. We just let him go in the guest room and let him collect his thoughts. And I said to my grandmother, I said, the prodigals always come home. I said, Grandma, this is a testament. I said, God knows how to get them home, because she been wanting them to come home for years. And I said, see, Grandma, I said, God has a way. And one of my other family members, she's believing God for reconciliation with someone. And I looked at her and I said, he can get him home. He can get him home. And I could hear it on his voice on the phone. He didn't want to call, but his pride was broken, and he had nowhere else to go. And I was like, wow, I can't wait to share that with PD, because God broke him down. I mean, he was so hard-headed and arrogant. The last time I seen him, he was hard-headed. He was arrogant. He reprobate mind, disrespectful, nasty to everybody. Treated us all like crap. To the point we was like, To the point we was like, brother, you can't go. But to see him come back, he was so humble. He was so nice to us. He spoke to all of us. Hello, how y'all doing? We was like, But we didn't judge him. We just loved on him. So, that weight, that collapse, they realized that pride isn't going to protect them anymore. So the weight of the responsibility is landing, and he's dealing with them about their leadership and not romance. This isn't about romance, guys. This is about leadership and consistency and commitment and accountability and being a covering. So, they are grieving the version of their life that they assumed they had. And they're mourning too, though, because they're mourning the missed time that you guys could have had, the words not said, and the moves not made. And I'm sure once he came home today, I'm sure he's like, wow, my whole family is here, and I haven't been around them. I've been neglecting my family. I'm sure he's had those thoughts. I can see it in his face that, he, was dealing with it. So, like I just said, their options are narrowing down, and they have a pressure to decide, and it's a now or never pressure. So God is forcing that alignment on them. So, it's like Joseph's brothers. They was confused, but they were stripped of that confusion and immaturity. They're being prepared. Joseph had to be prepared for authority, and they had to be, they have to be prepared for their authority too. So it's just a lot of right positioning. God is just positioning us all. And I just came here to say, you don't got to explain, and we definitely not rescuing anyone. So this is the cost of becoming ready, guys. This is the cost of becoming ready. Okay, we big dogs over here at PD. It's not no little work we doing over here. If you want easy, go to another channel. If you want candy and sweet talks and all of that, and don't require no work, don't require no process, don't require no accountability, no growth, you might need to go somewhere else. But here, we're becoming. This is the weight of the calling. So it's not going to feel so romantic, but It might feel lonely. You know, it might not feel romantic, and it might feel like pressure. But pressure creates diamonds. And my favorite, it also reveals who still want, who just cold. It's some fake, you know, it might look like a rock, but it's a chunk of coal. Okay, so we gotta get all the chunks of coal out of PD. So somebody say, I only want to rock out with diamonds. I only want to hang with people that can withstand the pressure to become a diamond. All right, we don't want no weaklings over here. Ain't nobody got time for no sympathy talks and me, woe is me. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, and I don't know. Girl, please. We all trying to figure it out. Nobody want no more sad stories. You know what I mean? Women came PD with sad story and I made they butt go get a job. You know what I mean? Women here, I help get jobs and push them to get a job and push them to get a promotion and help them build their business and help them build their ministries. Because I don't make excuses. You ain't gonna never see me making no excuses and feeling sorry for nobody. I don't feel sorry for nobody. Don't nobody feel sorry for me. Don't nobody feel bad for me. If I go down, y'all all will go start watching other channels. Okay, y'all will move on. So it's no excuses, all right? You got to get up. You got to do what you got to do. And, you know, we push pressure, going to build a diamond. And, you know, it's been hard. This road ain't easy, you know, standing and believing. But you don't want to trade in the weight of the calling and trade in your assignment. Look what, you know, happened to a lot of these men. They traded in the calling for Delilahs. They traded in the calling for counterfeits. So you don't want to be like them. You want to stay strong, like Joseph. Go through the process, Joseph. And one day you'll be sitting next to Potiphar. You know what I mean? So it's not a lot of people at the top. You know, I'm not expecting everyone here to be at the top when I get there. But somebody say, oh, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. So it's not a lot of people at the top. It's more people at the bottom. But for my climbers, my go-getters, my ones that can withstand the pressure, it's going to be what it's going to be. But God sent me here to simply let you know that in the blink of an eye, He is closing doors fast. And don't trade it in, because just like my family member, that prodigal came home. So I'm just saying, God always leave receipts. Okay? We seen it. God always leave receipts. Remember the Red Sea? The Red Sea? The Red Sea opened. He gave them time to run through, and then He closed it up. And when God closed up that Red Sea, all of their enemies drowned. So He's going to close up that Red Sea so that your spouse won't be tempted to go back. He's going to let them they're going to get their little feelings hurt. Their friends going to disappoint them. People are going to let them down. They're going to feel it. They are going to feel it. They didn't have no Merry in their Christmas. There wasn't no Merry Christmas over there. It was just Christmas, okay? And they felt it. They really, really felt it. So it is what it ain't. It is what it ain't. They ain't gonna be able to go back because the door is gonna be shut. So the door is gonna be shut. Yes, they are. So we come before you, God, with gratitude, not anxiety, because you are the God who opened doors that no man can shut and no man can reopen. And we thank you for the speed in this season. We thank you that delay is breaking, confusion is lifting, and clarity is landing right on time. Lord, for the men, we ask that you would deal with their hearts gently and firmly. Where avoidance live, bring courage. Where fear rule, bring truth. Where pride resisted, bring humility without shame. Let conviction do what comfort never could. We ask that you close every old door, every cycle, every pattern, every relationship dynamic that no longer aligns with your will. No reopening, no lingering, no emotional access where there is no obedience. Father, bring them into obedience. And Father, where you're opening new doors, let them open cleanly and quickly, not with confusion, not with mixed signals, and not with hesitation, but with action, consistency, and integrity. And for the women, under the sound of this prayer, Lord, strengthen their resolve. Guard their hearts from waiting in doorways you've already told them to walk through. Let them release the need to monitor, manage, and interpret what you are already handling. So we speak peace over their minds, rest over our bodies, and joy over our future. Lord, like the promise that looks scratched, the car might look scratched, but it still runs perfectly. And we declare that what you gave us is not defective, just proven, just purified, just sharp, just strong, just worth it. So we will not trade in a promise because of wear and tear. We will not abandon value because of process. Prepare us for this new year, a year of alignment and acceleration and answered prayers. We seal this prayer in faith, not fear. We're rid of fear today, family. No more fear, no more excuses, no more second guesses, no more I can't, no more I won't, done. Okay. No doubt, no expectations, no tension, no nothing. Just faith. So, in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Together as a family we say, amen. Was it good? Was it good? This is our posture. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. This is what we're believing. This is what we're standing for. We are moving forward in acceleration. And we can't walk around the same mountain complaining, I don't have enough resources. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this. I don't have enough that. We're going to make some more. You don't got enough money? Go make some more money. You don't have enough time? Well, figure out your schedule. Make more time. Wake up earlier. Go to bed later. There you go. I'm tired of being fat. Well, lose weight. I don't know what to say. We're not taking these excuses into 2026. Get up and make it happen. Make connections and network. I posted the flyer today for our vision board party. This is physical vision boards and digital vision boards. I will be having guests there. I'm going to invite some of my friends to come with us to put together these vision boards. The early bird price is out now. The early bird price is $99. People were asking. One flyer said $50. The early bird price is $99. Get in now because the price will be going up. This is an exclusive vision board party. This is not some little glue stick and paper. C27. That's it. No more. This is no little rinky dink. This is a real live vision board party because every time we have a vision board party, it comes to pass. So you need to come prepared and ready and ready to control and take everything that we learned for the New Year's prep party and put it on that vision board and really, really get serious about making sure that 2026 and strong. We have so many blessings take place here. 2025, I know people say it was a rough year, but the amount of miracles, the things that we've seen, the mountain tops that we put flags in, the amount of growth, the amount of strength, the amount of, oh my God, the amount of growth here at PD for 2025 was just unbelievable. We got so many new people, new subscribers. We got rid of some old people. And we got some new people, right? So we did a lot of work here this year, but 2026 is going to be one of the best years of your life. I'm not going to give away the New Year's word, but hopefully I'll see you guys. I'm not going to give the New Year's word the 30th. When is that? Wednesday? Tuesday or Wednesday. So do that. Sign up for the one-on-one. A lot of you do sign up and book a call for me before the New Year's come in. A lot of you guys don't like to go into the New Year's without getting my my prophetic guidance. So I think my books are open, but them spots are gonna go really, really fast. So sign up for your one-on-one. But hey, God always gonna leave behind some receipts. He always gonna leave behind receipts. And listen, we aren't, these kingdom marriages and the sadness and depression, it's not overtaking us, wondering and where's it at and what's going on. It's not going down like that. No. Someone say this is not the Titanic. It ain't going down like that. Sorry. No. You gotta stand up and let it be what it be. If this is too much, well, this gonna make you stronger. And, you'll never go back to the old version of yourself. You'll never go into panic mode, anxiety, staying up all night worried and checking your phone and when it's gonna happen for me and da-da-da-da-da. Come on now. Like, I know y'all ain't on that. Like, I know you ain't on that. I know you still ain't worried. If you still worry under this ministry, you've been under this ministry more than 3 months and you still worried about that stuff, honey, you need to go watch the playbacks of all of 2025. Right? So, yeah, we're not trading in anything around here. We're not trading in anything. We're going to keep what we got, and it is natural wear and tear. We can get that fixed, but we're not trading in good, high quality stuff that we done stood for, prayed for, believed for. No. What if David would have gave up after Saul was chasing him? What if Joseph would have gave up? What if, I would have gave up and I've been given this word? What if you would have gave up? No. This too shall pass. This will be water under the bridge in Jesus' name. So, I love you guys. Talk to you soon.